Ding dong, merrily on high! Welcome to Sorted. It's Christmas.
It is.
It certainly is. We've had a request from a number of people, including the Loyal Badger, who wants something Christmassy.
So, the most traditional Christmas dish of all, a Yule log. We're going to do our version. We're going to add Baileys to it as well. So a chocolate Baileys Yule log.
Yes.
Amazing. Centerpiece, going to look stunning, okay? So to start with, some sugar into a bowl. And then if you can crack in 4 eggs, Barry.
One hand.
So this is part of the sponge. Double one-handed. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. And again.
Yes.
I'm very impressed.
We don't need Ben anymore.
I'm beginning to think I might go and have a sit down.
Ben.
All we need to do is whisk this up and put loads of air into it. So Jamie, you're in charge of that.
I am.
This is best with an electric whisk because you need to make it about 3 times its size in volume. And this is the basis to our sponge.
We
Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Beautiful.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the land, trees are glistening. Walking along, singing a song. Walking in a winter wonderland.
So you can see now how much air, you can see all of those bubbles in there. At which point we need to sieve in our flour
Why is it important to sieve the flour?
so we can get no lumps.
Chocolate snow.
And then at this point we need to keep all that air that Jamie's put in there. It's just a matter of very carefully folding that. If you keep folding that until all of that flour's mixed in, nothing too vigorous, you want all that air in there. What we've got here is a Swiss roll tin, which has been lined with some greaseproof paper. So any
You
tin...
had to go to Switzerland to buy that?
Yes, I went all the way to Switzerland to get
Wow.
a tin just for the Swiss.
Wow.
It needs to be slightly deep, about a centimetre deep. Looking good. Any pockets of flour? No, that's good. Oh, there's one there.
There's one there.
And then tip the whole thing into there. Now you don't want to lose too much air, so just kind of lift it and let it find its own way to the corners.
Yes.
Spooning has never been his... That's... You're going to be sick now.
Bit bumpy.
We're going to put this into a really hot oven to 200 degrees for about 10 minutes until it is lightly spongy and slightly coming away from the edges. And now, while we're waiting for that to cook, we can start to make our filling, or our topping, which is going to be a buttercream. Butter and icing sugar. Now remember, our buttercream, twice as much icing sugar to butter, and our cocoa powder as well, because this is a chocolate buttercream. If you want all the details and weights and measurements, do check them out on our website, all linked in down there. Start to beat that. Who's empty-handed? Fantastic, you're doing cream.
Well, whisking.
You're whisking. So there's your double cream.
I've seen a really good tip for this, because I always stir it and it comes out the top. Someone said if you put that over the top, when you stir, it doesn't come out
Okay. As much.
as much.
Taking my hat off, it's getting too hot.
Pull that. Pull my cracker.
Ah.
There we go, and you can have a different hat.
Can we have a louder bang on that, please?
A big explosion.
Or kapow!
Pull that. Pull my cracker.
Ah.
There we go, and you can have a different hat. A lighter hat for
Oh,
indoors.
that's better.
There we go. Well, your head's probably too big, but you can try.
Now, a number of people always comment and say that we're messy and it detracts from the actual cooking. Can I just say, I'm actually really not trying to make a mess here, but with icing sugar, it is just messy. Is that
Yeah,
right?
it is a little bit messy, but do you know what? Messy isn't a problem because we're cooking together, we're
Is it
having
not?
fun.
Yeah.
And while both of you are doing that, if I can just squeeze into this cupboard. So we take a sheet of greaseproof paper, rip it off, turn it over so it's not going to curl up, and then just sprinkle it with sugar. And then when it comes out, we put our sponge on top of that, and it just helps it not to stick, so we'll come back to that in a second. This is where our secret kind of very festive base. You do not have to add this. This recipe works just as well without it, but for us, we do like a little bit of Baileys. So again, we want to whisk that up until it's nice and spreadable. So if we get our sponge out of the oven now, had its time baking.
Oh, wow.
If you take a look, it's still spongy. And at this point, we can lift it up and we can turn it upside down onto our sugar. Then we peel away the greaseproof,
Yum, 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 yum,
like
yum.
that. And then what we need to do is cut about 1 inch in, and that's just going to help us start the roll, okay?
Okay.
And you roll it while it's hot by putting the greaseproof paper in,
Very rollable.
like that. And keep rolling, nice and tight.
But the paper's inside it.
Yes, you move it back onto something like that, and just leave it to cool. We've got our cream filling ready, we've got our buttercream ready, and we've got our sponge, which is rolled, and it's going to stay and cool down as a roll, and we can come back to it and ice the whole thing.
Oh, cool.
Okay? So at this point, now our sponge is cool, we can unroll it,
Wow.
and it'll remember how it was rolled. You've got that bit where we scored it at the end. This is our Bailey's cream, goes on there. And if you can just spread that out,
There's the mess, Jamie, off the hat. Sorry.
Oh, thanks, Barry.
and even layer all over, right to the edges. Now at this point, we can roll it back up, this time without the bits in the middle.
Yep.
So it should remember how it was rolled before.
It's good
Oh, that
memory.
is a clever.
There we go.
Clever cake.
That can go on there. Okay.
Where'd you get that from?
Just a little cake board. You can pick them up in most supermarkets. We've also got a little baby one here, which we've already done. The reason being, that can be our other bit there. Okay, so you get a nice kind of log shape.
Yes!
Buttercream next. You just dollop the whole thing over. And if you've made the sponge properly, it should be a light, fluffy sponge, so you don't want to push down too hard. Carry on making it smooth and finishing it off.
Can you finish it off, Jamie?
I'll try.
And we're just tidying it up, because I've been a little heavy-handed. Awesome.
All some bark lines.
And at this point, actually, even easier than that, Baz, is if you use a fork, and you've got 4 lines for every one. And you're bound to make a little bit of a mess as you do this. At the end, just go around with a little bit of kitchen roll, wipe around all the edges, and then on the end, to represent that log, you do some little rings. More of a spiral than rings.
This really is a centerpiece dessert, isn't it?
You've got to put some time into this one.
I'm loving this one.
This is where you can have a lot of fun with it. You can just make it your own. A few bits
Whoa.
of cream around the outside.
How did you do that? Is that the buttercream?
This is what's left of our Bailey's cream.
Wow.
And I think down there, Jamie, we've got some Maltesers. One of those on top of each one.
On top.
Yep.
On top. On
A
top.
few more bit of barkage along the side.
On top.
Really rough it up.
Yep.
Oh, good save.
Score!
And creme de la creme. A few little pieces of
Holly!
holly on there
I love Holly.
as well.
She's my best friend.
She really?
Yeah, she is. I told her the other day she was
Bit
my best
prickly
friend.
though, isn't she?
She's a little bit prickly.
There we go.
Yep, well done.
So, for Lonely Badger and anybody else looking for that centrepiece traditional festive dessert, it's our Bailey's chocolate Yule log sorted.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, oh.
And to you.
Thank you.
Is this when we get to eat it, Ben?
It is indeed. Now the best way of doing this is if
Right.
we just take a nice slice out of there and you can see
Oh,
what's
look at
going on
that.
inside. Plenty of that Bailey's cream.
Wow. That Bailey's makes it.
It makes it really different. That is really good. So what we'd love to see is for you to send us any of your photos of when you try and make this, with or without the Baileys, doesn't matter. Send them in and we'll review them.
For now, have a very Merry Christmas and a fantastic New Year.
Ben, from Barry and I, we'd just like to apologise for the last year. How we might have annoyed you.
We got through it.
And made you angry. And we'd just like to say, we're sorry and we do love you, but we're not changing.
Never. Oh!